Hey Achievers, this is Maya, founder of Healthy High Achievers. Join our global community and create healthier routines to avoid burnout and feel more calm and healthy. Let's get to it. Hey there, Achievers. As you might know, I'm a hyper efficient person and I'm all about making things smoother. So today I'd like to talk about something more businessy for all you entrepreneurs because I really feel it's something that's so innate for me, but often it's not innate for my clients. So I just wanted to share this, the hyper efficiency that, you might also know that I used to struggle with chronic disease, with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. So I had a tiny energy bucket and had to make the most out of it. I built this skill of efficiency in my life and in my business from a need for survival. So whenever I felt a spark of energy, I would use it to its fullest potential before I had to go back and rest. Because I had so little energy, I really had to make the most out of every little spark of energy. And so today, I am still applying this life skill that I learned at the age of 15. And in this episode today, I'd like to dive deeper into an important area where that hyper efficiency really helps, and that is your client onboarding process. So you want your booking process to be running on autopilot, so that you can free up time and energy for your actual client work. Most of my clients are creative entrepreneurs who just want to live their passion, share it with their clients, help their clients, and they don't want to be answering emails in customer service or like the onboarding process is so draining. So the only thing you need to do once we have everything set up, and of course I'm here to help, is to just add your personal touch here and there while you let your systems and your automations work their magic. So, are you ready? Today, let's audit and clean up your booking process so your clients enjoy their time with you even before they've officially booked your service. I'm going to share 5 ways today, and I advise you take your journal or your notes on your laptop and just pause this episode. Or if you're building your business, maybe just think of how you could do this in the future once you're there, and just pause and write and journal anything that comes up because it's all about making it you. You can take a business course, follow around a business coach, which I am not, because I'm not going to teach you the tools. I'm all for just making it you. Whatever works for you is the way this is going to work. So otherwise, if you follow other people's systems and advice, trust me, I tried and it just doesn't work. So, way 1 to streamline your client onboarding is no fluff, full clarity. So I'm so over these fluffy homepages that leave you wondering what exactly the person even offers. And I used to do this myself when I was following around these business coaches, and I learned how to, on your homepage, talk about the problem, talk about the solution, talk about why you and the testimonials. And when I see a long ass landing page for a course or a membership that I might want to join, I find it so annoying to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And I want to know what's in it. I want to know what it includes, what the price is, when it starts, and then maybe I might circle back and read the rest, but I just want to get straight to the point. And I'm that kind of person. When I'm the client, I want to get straight to the point. Tell me what you do, how it works, and maybe even how much it costs. Now, I know that this is a topic. I know it's sometimes cultural, like in the US, they often don't mention pricing, but in Europe they do. And so that's completely your own. I like to know the price because I like to know if it fits within my budget or not. Or if it's a higher price than I can afford right now, I want to calculate and know that I can start saving. But before contacting the person, like I don't want to get on a clarity call and then not being able to afford it. I want to get on that clarity call when I have the money. So I will do everything it takes to save up that money, get on that call, and jump in right away, right? So yeah, in many business courses, I just learned to write all this fluff before getting to the juice of the offer. Today, I feel like we're switching into a new era where clients just want to open that box right away. if I have to scroll 5 times before getting to that juice, I'm out. So in my biz audit service, I roll up my sleeves and I go through everything I can find about your business, your website, your email sequence, your freebies, your social media, everything. And together we'll sort of whip up more clarity and efficiency in your client journey. So making sure your potential clients know exactly what they're in for. I'll put the link in the show notes and in the blog post. But yeah, I love looking at someone's business from a new perspective, from fresh eyes. Just being, if I'm the first, if I look at your stuff for the first time, just that experience is gold if I can give you feedback on that, right? Because there are so many people who are interested in you and I don't know what people experience when they find my podcast or when they find my website and they start looking into, I don't know if it's clear. I don't know if it sounds interesting enough. I don't know what their journey is once they're on the email list. And so having someone jump into your online universe, let's say, and give you feedback from a perspective from someone, me, knowing what it's like to have an online business, that's such a valuable thing. And that's what it's a new service. That's what I'm starting to offer more and more because it's gold. It really is. All right, number 2, let them book in 1, 2, 3. You know what's frustrating when you're clicking through a gazillion pages and buttons just to give someone your money. You just where sometimes I'm like, how can I pay you? Where is that payment button? Why do I have to fill out this and get on a call with you? And I just want to pay. I'm here. I'm ready. So why not make it easy for people to book you? If people have been following you around and they like your stuff, often when I'm like girl fanning, whatever, I'm just following someone around. I see that they have books. I might have read a book already. And I'm like, okay, how can I buy more of your stuff? I love what you do. And sometimes it's so easy to find a way to pay them. I know it's weird, but it happens a lot. So the least amount of steps, the more success you're going to have. That's why I'm here to help you set up a booking process that's easy peasy. We'll automate the whole thing so that your new clients can go from prospect to paying client in just a few clicks. You might even be overcomplicating the process without realizing it, but it's really unnecessary. So a client of mine explained it beautifully. He said, Maya, when I'm in the jar, I cannot read the label outside the jar. And I feel like you're the person standing outside the jar and you help me read that label. It's hard for you to see things clearly when you're in it every day, all day. Trust me, even I can see other people's businesses and their lives so clearly, but my own looks like a mess from my perspective because I'm in it every day, 24 hours. And so it's hard to take a step back and look at it from another person's perspective. So we just don't notice often when we're overcomplicating. We need that outside perspective to help us filter, simplify, and streamline. And that's why I'm here. Now, number 3, email templates and snippets. I'm always amazed when I see someone crafting every single email from scratch. Seriously, who has time for that? Again, I'm all about efficiency, and one way to achieve that is by using email templates and snippets. Whenever you get recurring questions and concerns, instead of typing out the same responses repeatedly, why not have a stash of templates ready to go? You copy, you paste, you personalize a bit, and done. Now, I was almost not going to include this tip because I thought, duh, the templates. But I talked to a friend of mine 2 days ago, and she owns a Spanish school here in Cusco, Peru. And often she gets inquiries through WhatsApp for online classes. And she asked me if I could help her translate her WhatsApp responses into English. And I was like, sure, just send me the templates you have of your messages in Spanish and I'll translate. And she was like, that's the thing. I always write the same info over again from scratch, and it's exhausting. So we started creating standard messages in Spanish and have them ready to go in her notes on her phone. And I used to do this 6 years ago when I was a manager of a Spanish school here. There were no email templates, right? So I didn't work with templates, I worked with snippets. So I would, you have these kind of apps where you write a combination, let's say ABC, you type ABC and a whole text pops up. Because you create those snippets, it's a whole bunch of text related to one short key, let's say, that you type in PRT, whatever it is, and then this snippet pops up. So I would work with a bunch of snippets. If someone first inquires, hey, I want more info, there's a snippet with info. Hey, I want classes, but I don't want accommodation. Okay, there's the one, and I delete the accommodation, or I have one without. Or someone just asks, hey, that sounds great, but how does it work with, I don't know, the flight from Lima to Cusco? And I had a small snippet about that. So I would just personalize the email depending on their questions. And then I could go in and still like tweak something or personalize depending on their email. So you need to have them ready to go. With this friend of mine, I start creating these messages in Spanish and have them ready to go just in her notes on her phone. You know, she's not tech savvy. She doesn't know how to use the snippets stuff, or so in her notes on her phone. It's that easy. And then you just go in, select the thing, copy paste, and done. So you don't always need to use complicated apps or tech out there if you're not tech savvy. So that's why when you're in a business course or something and they tell you you should use this and that, it really depends on you. You can just have a Word document and copy paste from there if that's easier for you. It's all adapted to you. So also, if your inbox and customer service drains you, just let me know. I'd love to take it off of your hands, off of your plate, so that you can spend your precious energy on client work. Because that's often what I do with clients. Not only do I help them zoom out and focus on the high impact changes in their business, I also take those linear tasks off of their plate, right? Because that's something that for me, it's playtime. For me, it's energizing. I'm a very logic person. I love structure. And so when I work with creative entrepreneurs, I'm like, you do the creative stuff. I'm not good at ideas and visions, and I'm very good at the nitty gritty, right? So that's where I come in. Okay, number 4, welcome kits. Picture this. Your new client signs up, and before they even begin, they receive a welcome kit. It could be as simple as a Word document. Just inside, they find everything they need to know, project timelines, communication channels, and all that jazz. When are you available? When not? How does this work? What to expect? It's like you're rolling out the red carpet for your clients, making them feel valued and informed right from the start. And this is what I have to tell Peruvian people a lot, like just make a document. People who have Airbnbs or everything, just make a welcome document with all the information in it. Because I see so many people informing their clients or waiting for their question. Hey, how does this work? How do I do? And they keep answering these questions, which is confusing for the client, because linear brained people, they want to know, like me, I want to know everything up front. I just want a nicely structured document that has all the answers to my questions, so that I don't need to bother you with my questions, right? I don't want to bother you with questions. I just want to know everything and leave you be, leave you at peace. But sometimes when you're creative, when you live more in the moment, I guess more scheduled, planned people want to know things in advance, me. And then people who live in the moment, like creative entrepreneurs or like Peruvians, I see so many similarities, right? So I'm that Belgian person, that Belgian structured mind living in a Peruvian flexible lifestyle. So I know what it's like to want the structure, but also be flexible and creative. So creative people might not realize how much just a bit of structure and upfront work helps these structured people, right? And how much it saves you a lot of work. Because if you're going to get all these questions from clients and you're answering them from scratch, writing every message from scratch, it's a lot more, funny enough, linear work for you to take care of, right? So you can save lots of that linear work by just doing this simple thing. So I've even taken this idea and I created a welcome kit for my virtual team. So whenever I hire someone, it's a document that has all the expectations. When I'm available, when not, when do I expect this? How can they reach me? all of it. And trust me, once you set it up once, you appreciate its existence forever. Okay, lastly, number 5. Last but not least, clear boundaries. Let's talk boundaries. Those invisible lines that keep your business running smoothly. Your business should be clearly mentioned in your welcome team. Your boundaries, sorry, I said your business too, what you do too, they should know what to expect, but your boundaries too, put them in your welcome kit for your clients and your virtual team. When are you available and when are you not? How can people reach you? Only through Slack and email, for example. That's the case for me. I don't do business through WhatsApp. Some of you might have heard that on previous episodes, but my WhatsApp is my personal app. It's the only app I protect for my personal life. So I get messages from clients, people who are interested in working with me, or just fans who are looking through my freebies and blog, and they message me on Instagram, right? Instagram or Facebook Messenger or YouTube comments. I'm fine with that because on my phone, here's a little boundary trick. I turned off my notifications for everything except for WhatsApp and my banking app. Even my email is off on my phone. So the only notifications I get are those. And so what I ask is for people to, they don't even have my phone number, but I don't use WhatsApp for business because if I give someone my phone number and let's say I stop working at 6 p.m., I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'm closing everything off. And then I lie on the couch and all of a sudden I get a notification from WhatsApp and it's about business. And I might say, first, I get distracted from my moment of rest because the notification's there. I look at it, so my brain's already distracted. And then when I look at it, I might say, oh no, it's work. I'm not going to respond. But your brain has already read the first sentence or the first two and is already thinking about a response and is already figuring out what they're asking for. Even if you don't want it, your brain is already active on it. Okay. So that's why you need that one app just for personal use to make it easy for you instead of having all these inquiries through Instagram. And I know a photographer who uses Honeybook, and so whenever she gets an inquiry through Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever it is, she says, could you fill out this form on my website, for the inquiry? Because you can't create a contract and do all the things in that small messaging window in Instagram. So how can people reach out to you? Super important. Also, how quickly can clients expect a reply? So is that within 24 hours, 48 hours? There are people who even send an automatic email back saying, hey, I'm not that online anymore, or I have fixed moments of my week for my inbox. So you might not get a reply in the next 3 days, but by the end of the week, I promise I'll respond, something like that. So you can take it to the extreme and tell people, hey, don't expect a reply from me that fast, maybe end of the week. Or you could just say, hey, I want to respond within 24 hours, but let people know how fast you respond. And also don't respond on a Sunday. If you work on a Sunday, then yes. But if your Saturdays or if your Wednesdays are sacred to you and your Wednesdays are free, you don't want to work, I don't know why, but maybe it's a Wednesday, don't respond because you are teaching people. This could be a whole other episode actually about boundaries, but you are training people how to treat you. Okay, so you give that message of, hey, I know I said I'll be free I won't work on Wednesdays, but here's a reply anyway. Yesterday it was Sunday at the time of this recording, and I got a message from a doctor I'm collaborating with to help people with their lifestyle and healthy habits. And she sent me a couple messages, and I did see the notifications. Sadly, I turned it on my Facebook Messenger for some reason. I think I was selling something secondhand, and I wanted the marketplace to let me know what was happening. So I turned it on temporarily, and then I saw her notifications, and I saw it yesterday, and I was like, should I? And I said, no. She knows I don't work on Sundays, and I should just not even react, not even say, hey, I'll get back to you tomorrow. No, This is my off day. I shouldn't even have seen it. Okay. So, also, can clients ask you for free advice or do they need to book a session? Yes, these are the things that really set expectations and help you avoid frustration and burnout. So I'm currently working with a client who's coming out of a burnout and she's setting boundaries, which is a game changer for her. And clients would send her emails with enough questions to fill a whole session. So she would just respond and give free advice through email, and it became such a big source of her stress. She would spend hours replying and basically working for them for free. So I'm setting up these systems, spreadsheets, and communication boundaries for her so that she can really enjoy the fun part of her business and get paid for it, right? So it's doing what she loves and sharing that passion with the world. But just because it's your passion doesn't mean that you should give it away for free. Okay? You've trained years to be at the point where you are today. Okay? It's all of your training, your experience that brought you here, and it makes it so easy for you to quickly respond to a question. But don't think of if you're like, oh, but it's a thing of 10 minutes. Okay, but what if your client volume increases and you get 20 emails that would all take just 10 minutes to respond? Okay, that would be 20 people, 10 minutes, 200 minutes. That would be 3 hours, more than 3 hours of work, free work that could have been paid. So even if you're like, oh, but for me, it's not an effort, and I'm guilty of this too. A friend of mine said, hey, I'm starting, what was it, an Airbnb, and could you help me with those messages, those templates, and setting up the page? And I'm like, yeah, I love to. That stuff, I love doing that. I've done it before. Let me set up your page. I can do it in no time. It's like, and I'm done. And she was like, no, Maya, just because I'm your friend doesn't mean you should give it to me for free. It's your work, it's your talent, it's your skill. I want to pay you. And I was like, no, I don't want to charge. You're a friend. So look, I'm not perfect in this. Nobody is. It's a process, it's learning, it's setting boundaries, and then you let it slide. You become more flexible because we're people pleasers. And then we set those boundaries again. And it's that constant juggle and struggle, but we can get there to just really respect ourselves, our own work, and our boundaries. So, my friend, your path to success starts with simplification. There you have it, Achievers. 5 ways to simplify your client onboarding process and set the stage for an incredible experience for you, for your clients, and that mental peace that it will give you, right? So whether it's about unfluffing your website, automating bookings, using templates, or creating welcome kits, or establishing clear boundaries, each strategy is a step towards making your client journey exceptional and easy peasy. Now, I'm your sidekick and I'm here to guide you through each of these steps, okay? I help you get stuff done and I do it. The things that drain you, I do it for you. So if you're ready to simplify your success, let's make it happen. Just book a business audit and let's transform your client onboarding together. Just click the button below in the description to book your biz audit with me and get ready to just make things smoother and more awesome than ever before. So remember, simplicity is the key to soaring to new heights. And you know what? I just came to an idea for this business audit service, and I'm just going to throw it out there. If you're still here listening to me in this episode right now, it's not even going to be in the blog post, or maybe yes, maybe no. I'll see if I'll hide it in there too. But this is a hidden discount for you when I'm launching right now this biz audit service. It's brand new. I've been doing it for my current clients, but I've never offered it as like a one-off session, a one-off service, which is like not the ongoing business support, which could be a consequence of this. But this is a one-off service, a biz audit, which means that you will get a questionnaire with a bunch of questions about your business. You put in all of your links, you give me some time to go through your stuff, to make up a report, and then we get together on a session. I'll give you my feedback, and then I use my coaching skills there to just really help you personalize that experience, see where you want to go, what works for you, and then we can start implementing together. I can start make those website tweaks for you, set up that system for you, whatever you need, we can dive in. So if you're listening to this, I'm going to give you a discount, 30%, if you email me the word, this is really improvising. If you can email me the word sidekick, let's go with sidekick. You just email me the word sidekick, an empty email with just that, and I will know that you listened to this episode to this point and you want to have your 30% discount. So I'll reply and tell you the next steps to book and to have that special price. Okay? Well, thank you for listening, Achievers. Remember, simplicity is the key to soaring to new heights. Okay? So let's simplify together. I love simplifying and decluttering and streamlining. It's what helped me survive chronic disease. It's what still helps me today to get all the things done I want to get done. It gives me that mental peace and it makes me sleep like a baby. Okay. So, people, thank you for being here with me today and see you in the next one. Hey Achievers, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did recording it. Please, please, please subscribe and review my podcast. It would mean the world to me. See you in the next episode.